Welcome to The Explainer. All right, look, if you're spending any money on SEO this year, you have to see this. Forget everything you thought you knew. We're going to break down the modern masterclass for hitting #1 in search.
So, how do you rank #1 now that AI is rewriting all the rules? Those old tricks, keyword stuffing, spammy links, they're not just dead, they're actively harmful now. But underneath all that chaos, there's a timeless framework for success that's actually more important than ever before.
You know, the biggest mistake people make is chasing these little hacks and shortcuts for a quick win. But the real key to ranking and staying there isn't about finding loopholes. It's about building something real, a valuable digital asset that's permanent and powerful. And this is it. This is the blueprint for modern SEO, broken down into 5 pillars. Think of it like building a house. You need every single part for it to stand strong. Getting this right is the difference between getting crushed by the next algorithm update and building something that just gets stronger over time. Okay, let's dive in. We're going to start with the first 3 pillars, the ones that are the absolute bedrock of any website that wants to compete today. This is basically the price of admission to even get in the game. First up, pillar number 1. Technical SEO. This is literally the foundation your entire house is built on. If it's slow, if it's full of errors, nothing else you build on top of it is going to matter. The big number to watch here, time to first byte. You want that under 200 milliseconds. A fast, clean site is completely non-negotiable. Next up is content, and this is where you start building out your empire. We're not talking about just throwing up random blog posts. We're talking about deep, organized pillars of expertise. The secret sauce here is a clear structure and using what's called schema markup. It's kind of like giving Google a perfectly organized label for your content, telling it exactly what it's looking at. And Google loves that. And the third classic pillar is links. And yes, believe it or not, links are still one of the most powerful ranking factors out there. They're like citations in a research paper. A link from a trusted source, say a big news outlet or a university, is a huge vote of confidence. It signals that your site is important and trustworthy. Okay, but here's the crucial part. Getting those first 3 right, that's just table stakes. That gets you in the game, it doesn't get you the win. The real game changers, the pillars that separate the winners from everybody else, are 2 factors that have become ridiculously powerful. Because the whole game has shifted. It used to be all about pleasing the bots, right? Stuffing the right keywords, getting enough links. But modern SEO, it's about one thing: obsessing over the experience of actual human beings and building a brand they recognize. And look, this isn't just some theory. Recently leaked documents from Google itself confirmed it. They have these algorithms, one is even called NavBoost, and they are literally watching what people do after they click on your site to see if it was a good result. So what does that mean for you? Well, it's pretty simple. You win when a real person clicks your link, stays on your page, finds the answer they were looking for, and, this is key, doesn't immediately hit the back button to go click something else. Your job is to solve their problem, period. And all of this leads to our final and, honestly, most overpowered pillar in the entire search ecosystem today. If user signals are the behavior, this is the identity behind it. And just how much does Google care about this? Well, those same leaked documents gave us a number. There are at least 6 different Google algorithms using this user data to adjust search results in real time. They are constantly watching how people interact with brands. This is the ultimate signal. Google wants to rank real, recognized brands, companies that people actually look for by name. A flood of searches for your company is a massive signal that you're a trusted entity, not just another anonymous website publishing content. Okay, so let's put it all together. Let's see how these pillars stack up to create something that's, well, basically unbreakable. When you combine that classic foundation with these modern game changers, you create an amazing flywheel for growth. And this case study illustrates it perfectly. You got Site A, just a generic content site, weak links, 0 brand, boom, wiped out in an update. But then you have Site B, a highly specialized, real brand. It had great content and links, sure, but it also had tons of people searching for it by name. It didn't just survive the update, it thrived. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that building your brand is the only way to future-proof your visibility. And this isn't just about Google anymore. This is about the entire future of how we find information.
I mean, think about any huge modern brand. They don't just show up for generic terms. They have a flood of users searching for them by name. That branded search volume is one of the most powerful competitive moats you can possibly build.
And here's the thing, building that brand doesn't just happen on your website. It happens everywhere. It's being on podcasts, getting mentioned in blogs, running ads. You're building this real-world recognition. And trust me, Google sees it all.
And as search shifts to these AI-powered answers, this becomes even more critical. AI engines like ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Google's own AI overviews are built on consensus. They're not going to recommend some random unknown site. No way. They recommend the well-known, trusted brands. Ultimately, it all comes down to this one question you have to ask yourself. Because in the modern age of search, building a website is just the cost of entry. Building a brand, that's how you win.